if Stanley begin, let me say Stanley don't hammer. All right. Here, so here we are. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Can you see my screen?
Yes. It's clear.
Okay,
Yeah. Yes,
good,
we can
good.
see it.
We have been cooperative. Please let's continue with this mode. No noise making while I'm presenting. So when I finish presenting and left, you can joke, you can make noise as much as you want. Okay. In projects, it's very important to project management. Is very, very important to have a quality management plan. If you don't have quality management plan, how do you measure the quality of output? Whether you are managing a project from waterfall environment or from agile environment, in waterfall we call it quality management plan. In agile environment we call it acceptance criteria. So, but whichever name, quality management is quality management. We must have a way to capture quality and measure quality. And so many companies have quality assurance officers, some have quality control manager, but this time I want to streamline it so we know it's very, very important topic. Even outside project management, everything we do in organizational level must have quality, must have standard. So looking at PMI, PMI captures quality management in this diagram. This diagram is based on PMI. So according to PMI, we have quality planning, we have to perform quality assurance, and we have to perform quality control. So you can go later, maybe by the time I've shared the lecture notes, you can then have a thorough look at the way PMI document it in this diagram. So we're not going to follow PMI, we're going to follow our dedicated lecture notes, which break it down the way we are going to understand it the more or the better. Please, if you are still not muting yourself, please mute yourself, because by the time we are finished, you are the one that are going to consume this content. It's not me. So let's understand, what is this quality management plan? A quality management plan outlines how organization or projects will meet quality objectives and ensure that deliverables meet predefined standards. It indicates the quality requirement, standard, quality assurance, and quality control activities necessary to fulfill customer expectation or user expectation. The quality management plan is essential for maintaining consistency, meeting regulatory requirements, and enhancing customer satisfaction. Is very, very important. It covers regulation a lot. I often use health and safety. In a project, if you have a good quality management plan, even mainly in construction, it states method statement. Within the method statement, it covers how everything must be done. Even the health and safety requirements, what needs to be done and what needs to be done. These are qualities you need to maintain. And if health and safety officer comes to the site and there is no adequate provisions, these are qualities, standard, the site can be closed down because of quality breach or standard. In Nigeria, we call it standard control, or we have agency called standard. So it's not only in project management, it cuts across every industry. And it's something we have to take seriously. So what's the purpose of this quality management plan? Number one, define quality standard. Establish the specific standard that the project deliverables must meet. As a project manager, you must have this standard. Every deliverable, you must check every deliverable based on the identified or stated standard or stated acceptance criteria. Number two, it outlines quality control and quality assurance. We've been seeing these two terms, quality control and quality assurance. We are going to equally state the difference between the two terms. So it outlines quality controls and quality assurance, detail how the project team will manage and measure quality throughout the project life cycle. 3, identify responsibilities. Assign roles and responsibilities to quality-related activities and ensure customer satisfaction, improve customer satisfaction by consistently delivering high-quality products or services. Number 5, it helps to reduce costs and waste, prevent errors that leads to rework, saving time and resources. If you are very good at this quality control or quality management, these are some of the areas you can score points. During the interview, if they are asking you, what can you bring to the table as a project manager or even as a business analyst, you can tell them how you are an expert in quality management planning, how you can use quality management planning to reduce cost for them, reduce waste for them, prevent them, and it's something you can talk about. So these are key areas we can look at scoring up points. So what are the key components of quality management plan? It's very, very important when I talk about key components. It's very, very important you understand it, because you as a business analyst or a project manager, this is where you have to start. All this we have to create them. All this documentation, we need to create them. The components are the building blocks, how we are going to build or create your quality management plan as a professional. Number one is the quality objective. You have to clearly understand and identify the quality objective. Clear goals that define what constitutes quality for the project. This objective should be aligned with client or stakeholders' expectation. Example, we have been using FoodTrackoo, and as we know, we are going to work with FoodTrackoo. So we're just trying to get used to that term, FoodTrackoo. Example, for FoodTrackoo expansion, ensure a 95 on-time delivery rate in all new states. That is a quality, goal here. This is our objective. You can say that a quality objective. I want to use this example to show you how quality objective can be. You must write a full 20 paragraphs. A single statement can become a very strong quality objective. In this project, FoodTrackoo expansion project, we want to expand to other states. Quality objective can be 95% on-time delivery rate in all new states. That is objective. Then quality standard. List the quality benchmark and industrial standard the product must follow. For example, follow ISO 901 standard for the process consistency and customer satisfaction. ISO is International Standard Organization. That's what it means. So if you go there, you will see they have quality standard, and it's good to adhere to their quality. If you cannot, it's best to follow the international standard. Roles and responsibilities. Identify who is responsible for each quality-related activities, such as a QA team member or QC specialist and project managers. Good. That's why you will be seeing a lot of companies who have a QA, quality assurance manager, quality control specialist. They are the people that are there to make sure that there is good qualities. We adhere to quality regulations. They carry out audits at all times. So you see that this quality management is not a small matter. That's why we have different roles. If you want to pursue a career as a quality assurance manager or a quality control specialist, is high paid. So many of them are earning up to 400, 500 pounds a day in their job. Equally, project managers can be quality assurance managers or quality control specialists. So in a situation where your company do not have enough money to hire a quality assurance or a quality control specialist, if you are a project manager, you can do that very well. So that's why you have to pay attention. Equally, in most cases, business analyst covers these responsibilities in so many cases. But you project manager, whether the business analyst is covering, whether we have quality assurance or quality control, you know that every deliverable you are accountable. So you must know it very well. Don't say, well, I'm not the quality. By the virtue of your position as a project manager, you are a quality assurance specialist or quality control specialist. So we're going to look into these two to understand them. Okay, quality control activities. What is this quality control activities? Quality controls activity involves inspections and tests conducted on deliverables to identify defects or areas for improvement. That's what we call quality control. Example is conduct weekly inspection on delivery routes and processes to ensure timely operation. In Futraco case, that is quality control. Mind you that at the beginning here, we've identified that the objective is 95% on time delivery. And if we need to, make sure that we monitor or do control these activities, example, we need to conduct weekly inspection of delivery routes. Where are most of the delivery routes? We need to conduct weekly inspection on all the routes and processes to ensure timely operation. Then let's look at quality assurance activities. Quality assurance activities focuses on improving processes to prevent issues. It includes audit, review, and process assessment to ensure continuous quality. Example, implement monthly process audits to verify that delivery workflow follows plan quality standard. So you can see how these two differs in a way, but we are still going to look into it further. Then quality metrics. This is our number 6 component. We are talking about the building blocks that makes quality management. And number 6 is quality metrics. Specific measurements used to assess project quality. That's metrics. For example, customer satisfaction rating, on-time delivery percentage, and defect rate. That is metrics. Metrics, most of the time, when I'm talking about metrics, is mainly talking about measurements. What are we trying to measure in percentage, in rate? So it's mainly measurement. And we're talking about, our example is rating. If you have used a Futraco application, mobile application for customer, the application gives you the opportunity to rate every delivery person that comes to deliver product for you, whether it's food delivery, whether it's a grocery delivery. After every delivery, you rate every delivery man based on timely delivery. Every food delivered to you, you have to rate based quality of food, and quality timely delivery as well. These are the ways you can use to measure or capture these quality metrics. That's customer satisfaction. when a customer continue or group of customers have been rating a particular restaurant low, we have 5-star rating, and a particular restaurant is getting 1 to 2 star most of the time, it will is something of concern for the management to do an investigation to find out why this vendor is receiving a poor rating. And if a delivery man is equally receiving poor rating, then it's going to be a concern to the management. The management we are talking about here are the quality control and the quality assurance managers. When there is issue, then we'll talk about quality improvement. Quality improvement is detailed the approach to address any deviation from quality standard, including root cause analysis and corrective actions. So that is how we say 95% delivery, on time delivery. Any deviation from that must be investigated. So that is improvement. When we find a defect, an improvement must be carried out. Example is, if the defect rate is 5%, initiate a root cause analysis and implement a corrective measure. So you see, these are the works of quality assurance person. And you see, this is a lot of work. That's why it's very good to have a QA, a QC in a project management as a team member. But so many companies, so many startups, or so many small to medium enterprise that do not have money to hire all these quality assurance personnel, the whole workforce on your shoulder as a project manager and business analyst. Then we talk about quality tools and techniques. Specific tools and methodologies used to monitor and control. We have such tools as Pareto charts, control charts, and Six Sigma. These are some of the tools. We discuss them in a very brief way to give you understanding of how they look like and how you can use it. Well, these are mainly for business analysts, are the people that are going to be dealing on this in a very long time. So some of these tools, for example, use control charts to monitor delivery performance, consistency across region. And last but not the least, documentation and reporting. Outline how quality results will be documented, reported, and communicated to the stakeholders. Example, monthly quality report submitted to Food Tracker Management for tracking progress and improvement areas. So if you are now hired, if you are hired you in Food Tracker as a quality assurance manager or as a quality control manager, you've known what to do. How we are going to create your plan. Very simple. And if you are a project manager and you don't have a quality control manager or quality assurance manager, with these steps or with these blocks I've stated here, you can easily create a quality management plan. A business analyst, you can do that as well. Please, if the noise is coming from your end, I don't want to call names. Just is a click of button, you put yourself on mute. Don't allow me to put you on mute because I might try to put you on mute and I will remove you. Okay. If you are paying attention in this topic today, it's very important. You know why it's very important? This particular session today can do magic to your CV. You can equally pursue a career as a quality control specialist or quality assurance manager with this simple today's topic, and it's a lot of money. This is a very big course on its own, a very boot camp on its own that we just summarize and squeeze in here. So you pay attention. Quality control versus quality assurance. I want you to understand these two very well. Number one is quality control. Quality control is product focused. It's product focused. You try to identify defects in a product, such as software is a product. After creating a product, is mainly looking for defects, errors in software. We do it a lot. Then let's look at quality assurance. Is process focus. It prevents defect within a process. So the difference is the other one is process based and the other one is product based. Simple. If you are talking about process improvement, in order to understand the process, we need to do, this is business analysis. Some people, if you are not a business analyst, well, it's good for everybody, whether business or project is good for everybody. Try to understand it. So in a process, if you want to understand process, you do process modeling. And from there, you understand the process, look for defect within the process areas of improvement. So this is quality assurance is mainly talking about process focused improvement, and quality control is product focused. After building a software, you look for defects. Or after building an automobile like a car, we look for defects in that particular product. Like for instance, we all remember when Tesla produced, they started having issues with their brake in one of their brand. They have to recall so many as possible. It happened equally in Toyota. A lot, so that is defect. If you go to software as well, so many softwares, before deploying softwares, we test thoroughly to make sure that there is no defect in that product. Okay, when after deliverables are created, after creating a product that is deliverable, and then this quality assurance, when is it happen? Throughout the project life cycle. The purpose for quality control to verify quality of the final product. And the purpose for quality assurance is to ensure consistency, quality in the process. Example is product testing and inspection in quality control. And in quality assurance, example is process audit, training and standardization. This explanation is very brief, but is big. If we don't need so much grammar to capture this. You know what, if I ask you as a, call yourself a project quality assurance, you already know what to do, or you already know what you stand or what you are or whom you are. And the same thing with quality control. Let's look at step by step. We've already seen the building block, but step by step guide in building quality management plan. If you want to do that, if you follow these steps, then number one is define quality objective. Start by defining clear and measurable quality objective for the project. Ensure they align with client requirements and organizational goal. Number two, identify relevant quality standard. Research applicable standard for the project or industry, such as ISO, Six Sigma, or specific client standard. Assign roles and responsibilities. Clearly assign quality roles to team members, specifying who will perform quality control inspection, audit, and overall quality monitoring. It's very, very good to assign this to someone. In a project, if you don't have any, if you are a good project manager, even if you have a lot, you don't want to do it, make it clear to a business analyst that this is your responsibility. Add it to their responsibility, and yeah, they will know that is their. You must assign it as a responsibility to someone to own it. Let someone become the owner of this quality management. Plan quality assurance activities. Outline quality assurance activities that will help maintain process quality, such as audit, process review, and training. You can create specific meetings to review qualities. Can do that. In so many software development, there's what we call code review. Periodically, they review code. This is part of quality assurance. Okay. Number 5, determine quality control method. Establish quality control procedure to inspect and test deliverable. This method will help identify issues before deliverables reach the potential customers. As we proceed, we are going to understand how to create test cases, tests, and conduct various testing in software. So this will help us, but it's part of the test quality control. We test every code in our project, every project, more especially in the software development, every piece of code, we call it user story. And every piece of code should have acceptance criteria. So we use this acceptance criteria to test every piece of code called user story, or every feature. That is what we do. Let me give you an example here. This is what we call, looking at this particular document all of us are looking at. This is what we call a product. This Google Doc is a product. And this product is made up of so many small features. Some of these features, tiny features, we call them user stories. If I click on this, you see here all these new open, all these we call them user stories. And all these user stories, we have what we call acceptance criteria to test all of them before they deploy them, before Google deploy these products for us to be using everybody will be using Google Doc. It passes through a lot of testing. So that is what we are trying to do. We say determine the quality control method for that. Establish quality metrics. Choose relevant metrics to monitor, such as defect rate, customer satisfaction score, or cycle time. Implement continuous quality improvement. Identify method to capture lesson learned and continuous improvement in the project quality, including corrective action processes. Document and review. Finalize and document quality management plan. Schedule regular review with stakeholders to assess the effectiveness of quality activities. Okay, now, with this, you're already a quality assurance manager or a quality control specialist. With this, we've just created. If you can do this very well, I've created another career path for you, which is not a project manager or not a business analyst. And you can go and investigate how much a quality assurance personnel is earning or quality control specialist is earning. Your browser is there, just type in and see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's crack on. Now we've seen the building blocks, the step-by-step guide that will help you to create your own. Let's look at an example of a quality management plan for our dear Futraco expansion project. Okay, applying all these building blocks, I apply these building blocks here to create my quality management plan for this project, Futraco expansion project. From the components, number one is quality objective, is achieve 95% on-time delivery rate in new regions. 2, maintain customer satisfaction rating of 90% and above. So if any rating below this, maybe for our vendors or delivery persons, any rating from the customer that is below 90% must be questioned or reviewed to find a way to improve on that. Okay, under quality standard, follow international organization ISO 19001 for process consistency and adhere to company-specific delivery and customer service standard. So we have to apply the standard, international standardization process here for consistency. Under roles and responsibilities, we have project manager to oversee quality strategy. You must assign team members to oversee this quality management. Project managers to oversee quality strategy, quality assurance team member to conduct process audits, quality control team member to perform inspection and customer feedback analysis. Then quality control activities, weekly inspection of delivery routes, monthly review of customer complaint and resolution time. That's activities we need to perform. quality assurance activity, monthly audit of delivery and logistics process, quarterly training session for local delivery partners. Quality metrics, customer satisfaction rating, on-time delivery percentage, defect rates in delivery process. Quality improvement, corrective action if defect rate exceed 5%. Monthly quality review meeting with stakeholders. That's how we have to capture our quality improvement. Then quality tools and techniques. Number 1, control charts. Number 2, Pareto analysis to identify major issues and customer feedback survey. And documentation and reporting, monthly quality report for internal review, quarterly summaries presented to FoodTrackoo leadership. Simple. You have created a quality management plan for a big company like FoodTrackoo. Simple. Not a rocket science. Okay. We have types of quality management tools. Hang on, guys. Let me. Types of quality management tools. These are very important. We have control charts. Is a graphical tool used to track process performance and identify variation. Number 2, Pareto analysis. It helps to identify most significant causes of issues in a project. Cause and effect fishbone diagram, used to identify root cause and quality problem. Six Sigma, a methodology aimed at improving quality by reducing defects and the process variation. So these are the major quality management tools used in the industry today. And the business analyst should have a good hands of all these tools. As a business analyst, you should be able to handle quality activities with all these tools. And it's not so difficult. So let's first look at, we're diving into business analysis. For those who are not interested in business analysis, like I told you, they are all weaved together, both project management and business analysis. Okay, let's look at the control charts for delivery timeline, looking at FoodTrackoo. A control chart will help track delivery time over a specific period to monitor consistency and identify any point of deviation. A control chart detail will have metrics. Metrics is the delivery time. We have goal, maintain delivery time within 30 minutes. That is upper targets. We have upper targets and lower targets. Then we have control limits. Control limit is what we call upper limit and lower limit. So the upper limit here is 30 minutes and lower minute is 10 minutes. What does that mean? As as a delivery driver, you need to do delivery within 30 minutes. So you can't exceed 30 minutes. So that is it. And lower control limit is 10 minutes minimum target delivery. So let's look at this scenario, assuming a timeline of 10 days with the delivery time tracked. The control charts show the following results. Look at the control charts here. This is a period of 10 days, day 1 to day 10. The upper limit here is you can, once you cross 30 minutes, you are late. So you cannot, this is upper limit and lower limit. And in most cases, if you are doing your delivery within 10 minutes, people that can do delivery within 10 minutes, these are people should be given an award. But no matter how late you are running, you cannot cross 30% in your delivery time. And you know, we have a mobile application. Everything is automatic. So we capture everything in our mobile app and in our system. So we see delivery time for all the drivers, all the delivery men. You cannot come and tell us, hey, well, I did the delivery. Everything is showing in your application. So, and over 10 days, this is what is captured here. The day 1, we see delivery time, unless we choose a particular delivery man for a sample. And the first day here, we see 25. And then another day, we see 27. This is the control. So you can see he delivered on time. He didn't cross 30 minutes. 25 minutes, 27 minutes, 15 minutes. And on 4th day, he delivered on 32 minutes instead of 30 minutes. So this is captured. We need to know why. So as a control, as a quality assurance and control manager, then on the 528, on the 624, on the 720, 27, then on 9th day, 33 minutes against 30. So we captured these 2 days. That is, for us, is a defect. And we need to investigate to know why. So that is how you can use control charts. So in the example, day 4 and day 9 exceeded the 30 minutes upper limit, the upper limit of 30 minutes, which indicates an inconsistency that needs investigation to bring the process back to under control. This is a tool called control charts. We use it in quality management, planning, and management. So that's it. The next one is Pareto analysis. So with Pareto analysis, it's focused on identifying most significant causes of quality issues that may impact food truck expansion success. For instance, it uses 80/20 rules suggestion that 80% of the problem might be caused by the 20% of the factors. That is 80/20 rule, and allowing for target corrective action. So let's look at Pareto analysis here as captured here. The objective here is to identify the major source of customer complaint related to delivery, and then data collection as well. Collect from feedback So looking at this table here, this is the type of issues, and this is the frequency, and this is, let's say, this is the percentage. Okay. The issue here is delayed deliveries. That is customers complaining. Want to understand customer, you see here, source of customer complaint. Customers are complaining of delayed delivery. And frequency is how many times customers have complained. 45 times. Let's say it's 45%. And then another issue here is limited vendor options. Customers don't have enough vendors to choose when they want to buy food, and it's a concern to them. They want a lot of more vendors. So with this, we've captured some issues, and you see here is 45 frequency, 30 frequency, and 45%, 30%. Technical glitch is 15 times. Inaccurate order fulfillment is just 6 times. And lack of customer support. So we see that the most concerned area is delayed delivery and limited vendors. So that's how you use this Pareto charts to capture quality defects. So the analysis, the top 2 issues we have here is delay deliveries and limited options. So these 2 tools here is to help us capture defects, mainly to capture defects. That's what they are. Once we capture defects, we have other tools that will help us to do the investigation, and then we'll have other tools that will help us to improve on the defect. Another tool is what we call cause and effects or root cause analysis. So the first 2 tools we discuss, Pareto charts and the control chart, is for capturing defects. And root cause analysis or cause and effect will help us to find out the root cause of the problem, why this defect. So looking at root cause analysis or cause and effect, the problem is low customer satisfaction in the state of post-expansion. We use a fishbone diagram. There is a diagram called fishbone. It's like a fish. We are going to treat that in business analysis. I don't want to capture it in the project management. So it's going to be too technical for project management, but for business analysis, it's short. So the fishbone diagram categorizes potential causes for low customer satisfaction, providing a visual breakdown to identify areas of improvement. The fishbone diagram of cause and effects, we call it cause. Categories of causes of this customer satisfaction. This helps us to capture different causes. That's category. Number 1 potential cause is here you see people related to staff training and partner alignment, processes insufficiency in order handling, delivery and communication, technology, problem with the platform, app performance or system integration, logistics delay and coordination issues with local deliveries and partners, vendors, limited vendors, options, availability and quality inconsistency, and customer service, responsiveness and availability of support for new customers. So then that is the main causes here. And every cause is being broken down into smaller causes. Breaking every cause into smaller causes will help us to drill down into the main problem. We keep breaking them down to find out the root cause. So under each of these, we see people is lack of local. We've already captured this in this table here. So under people, lack of local staff training, misaligned partner expectation, process delay, order processing, insufficient delivery scheduling, technology platform crashes, poor GPL accuracy, lack of mobile compatibility, logistics delay, delivery, insufficient route planning, local traffic issue, vendor limited choice, inconsistency quality, poor vendor onboarding, and customer support, long wait time, insufficient customer and service agent. So what root cause analysis or fishbone diagram or cause and effect, you can call it any of these names I've just listed. We call it cause and effect. Another name for it is fishbone diagram. Another name, this is to exist within root cause analysis. Is a tools or techniques within root cause analysis. So it helps us to understand the causes of low customer satisfaction as captured by these two tools. These two help us to capture, but they didn't tell us the reason. We just see we captured the issue here. We captured the issue here as well. But the first tools, they didn't tell us the reason why this happened. We don't know. So now we want to use cause and effect to understand why it happened. And this will help us to know why it happened. And when we understand why it happened, then we are going to use Six Sigma to fix the problem. You see how these four tools work together in sequence. So root cause and this Six Sigma is what we call the mic. You define, you measure, you analyze, you improve, and you control. Is still we can use it. It's called the project management methodology as well. It's an approach, but it's mainly for process improvement. If you have a black belt in Six Sigma, you are a hot cake in industry. So it's a very big topic on its own. So, but this is mainly what organizations use to improve defects, improve poor processes within their project or within the organization processes. Okay, Six Sigma steps. The first is to define the goal. The goal is to improve customer satisfaction by reducing delivery time and enhancing service quality. Scope is to applies to operations in new expected states. And metrics is to achieve 95% on-time delivery rate within the defined target delivery time. And measure, track performance indicators such as delivery time, order fulfillment accuracy, and customer complaint and data collection. Use app analytics, feedback form, and system log to collect data on delay and customer issue. Just like I said that in our application, we have where customers do their comments and rating. This is a feedback form. With that, we can capture all the customers, what the customers are saying. So, and that, after capturing that, we do the analysis, identify main causes of delays, dissatisfaction through root cause analysis and Pareto analysis, and then examples of finding. Delay is primarily due to logistics and unoptimized delivery routes. High complaint about limited vendor option affecting customer choice. And improve, that is action plan. Number one is logistics, optimize delivery routes and establish partnership with local delivery service. Vendor, expand vendor base to new region, improve onboarding and ensure product availability. And technology, ensure platform stability to handle high demand and improve local tracking features. And control, implement regular quality check on delivery time and customer satisfaction. Ensure an ongoing feedback loop with customers to detect and address issues promptly and monitor tools, control charts to delivery time, customer feedback analysis, and continuous vendor performance review. So that is how we are going to use Six Sigma to address this issue. And that is it. In this metrics, you see on-time delivery rate, the current, if you want to use Six Sigma, under this matrix, the current value is 70%. That is on-time delivery. We want, the target is 90%, 95% on-time delivery. That is our target. If you remember, our quality control purpose, the objective is on-time delivery of 90%. But at the moment, what we are having is 70%. So the difference here is 25%. So we need an improvement of 25% to make sure that we are within these. That is what we want to achieve through Six Sigma. Customer satisfaction is 90%, but current value is 70%. So we need 15% more improvement. Average delivery time is 45% at the moment. And what we want is equal to or less than. It cannot be above 30 minutes, but at the moment is above 30 minutes, which is 45 minutes. So we need to reduce, that is the improvement time we need here, minus 15 minutes to make it 30 minutes. And vendor availability, we have limited vendors, that is the value. And the target is to expand by 50%. So we need 50% vendor expansion. So that's it. If we apply Six Sigma will help us to correct all these defects. And the root cause analysis or cause and effect will help us to do understand the problem. We just understand the problem, but it's not going to solve the problem. But Six Sigma will help us to do the improvement. And the first two tools, control chart and Pareto chart, is to capture the defect. And that is it for that. So what are the benefits of this quality management plan? Number one, enhance customer satisfaction, meeting quality expectation, and lead to better customer satisfaction and loyalty. Number two, reduce costs. Proactive quality management minimize the cost of rework and defect resolution. Consistency, ensure that all project deliverables meet a consistent standard. Risk management, identify and mitigate quality-related risk issues before they impact the project. Conclusively, a quality management plan is essential for delivering high-quality products and services. It provides a structured approach to defining, monitoring, achieving quality standard throughout a project life cycle. By implementing a quality management plan, organization or project can ensure that project meets customer expectation, reduce costs associated with poor quality, and maintain a high level of operational consistency. So this is where we are bringing it to the end, and is very hot topic, and I hope you enjoyed it, but it's packed with a lot. If you can link this content very well, there is a lot. This is highly loaded content. So thank you for your time. And if you have any question, just kindly raise your hand. You see, this is a long topic. We may not have time to capture a lot of questions, but we'll try as much as we can to answer a few questions. Okay. Stanley, it's like your head is becoming so hot. Yeah.
I really had a long day today, sir. I had a long day. Work on the construction site and everything, so I'm very tired. But I'm doing my best. I want to capture this now because I'm taking the support class at the same time.
Okay, don't worry, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have Adobe and Ozil.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for the class. This is my first time asking question here because I usually come back from work around 9:30 sometimes. So all I have to do is just go through your all your classes. So my question is throughout this class, because I joined the class late as well. So reading out these things, I'm confused at the where this quality control. I don't understand it very well.
Then you have to when the lecture note is available, because we cannot go and you didn't see where you do not understand. You do not understand it very well. So I suggest when the video and the lecture note is out, you do take maybe a cup of coffee and go through them again. I believe it's going to sink. But you see, it's a very long class. We cannot start all over again. So there's nothing, you didn't ask any specific question, but this is very sweet topic for me. It's one of the sweetest topics we have here. And this can turn your life around, because you see, we have identified two career roles from this: quality control specialist and quality assurance manager. This is highly respected role in the industry. And with this, you can land your job somewhere. And we stated step by step on how to create this plan. It's not, and we have a template of how a quality management plan looks like. So you can see. So okay. Let's capture Isaac Osanga and Mr. Osanga.
Okay, thank you, sir. I know you're using Food Tracker as examples to buttress the points you're making under the quality control lessons. But I have a few things I noted that confuses me or worries me. One is under the quality control activities for Food Tracker, you said monthly review of customer complaints, and it immediately struck me. I said monthly, so if I should make a complaint about the delivery of Food Tracker, would it take 1 month for them to review my complaint and probably get back to me? That's one issue. Then under types of quality management tools, the control charts, I don't know if there are assumptions we are using to arrive at the hours of delivery. For instance, are we using one rider for different days, or are we using different riders on the same day? Because if we are using different riders on the same day, then if they have a takeoff point, say Ikeja, some will be going to Maryland, some will be going to Surulere, some may go to Alaba. So how do you now rate their time of delivery?
Did you remember when I talk about I will have a mobile application in Food Tracker? We'll have a big Food Tracker is a big system. We have 3 mobile application in Food Tracker. We have customer application, mobile application, both in Play Store and App Store. We have vendor application, mobile application. We have riders mobile application as well, you know. So when there is a delivery, when a delivery man drops your food, as a customer, you record it, you do this thing, you do a review where you can write some, you can make some review and equally give 5-star based on 5-star rating. You can rate the driver. And when every driver makes a delivery, you will know once the customer said accepted, because customer need to give a code to show that he have accepted his delivery. That is when we know the time. We don't go out to start asking driver how much. Everything is within the system. So the business analyst working there, the data is there for you to see. You don't need to go start asking. We have GPS. We track everything with Google Map. So we know all the routes, every driver. We know from we have what we call eagle eye from the back end. From the back end, we know where every driver is at any point in time. So every data is there. So you don't need to go out without where are you? Are you in Alaba or are you? We see where you are. There's only when you switch your application off. When you switch it off, it means you are not on work, you are not working that day, and no job can be assigned to you. So the system automatically assigns job to people that are available for work. So we collect data from our back end and analyze our data.
Okay, sir, I understand you absolutely. But where I am having concern is the distance between each driver. Now, except, I don't know, because
distance how?
If we are rating time for delivery, someone who delivers at Maryland from Ikeja, it will be shorter than someone who delivers at Sulere from Ikeja and someone who delivers at Alaba from Ikeja. That's my point. How do we rate these distances?
Because the distance, we have what we called control radius. So you cannot be beyond this control radius. You have 15 minutes control radius. The application will assign job to everybody within the control radius. We equally have what we call geofencing. Geofencing, if you capture only Alaba and a particular rider is within Alaba after geofencing, you cannot get a job after we have geofenced you if you are not within that geofenced environment and with control radius. So it's very simple.
Okay, that's fine. With that, I'm clear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Mr. Afamokereke. You're on mute. You're on mute. I can see your mouth moving, but yeah.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Mr. Charles, how are you, sir?
Good, sir.
I'm very happy to be part of this program. I missed yesterday's section because of my work schedule. I actually had to skip some things to be able to participate today. I still hope to join tomorrow. So my only problem is that my work schedule here, of course, you know where I am. My work schedule here is not steady. It turns around from one week to the other. So I still hope and pray to be getting the materials for this program. Well, thank you very much. Talking about quality alert, quality control, quality management, that doesn't sound strange to me because where I work now at the moment, I have some glimpse of it without even knowing what I'm doing. But now you explain this, it's also an eye-opener. And I didn't find the topic very much difficult. It's like listening to something I'm already seeing its existence around me. But you made it very much clearer. And I really want to quite commend your lecture. Very interesting. And I hope to participate fluently to capture more because I have a lot of interest in what you're doing. But when it comes to quality control management, there are certain things, one or two things I want to ask. Like you talked about international standards, something. It was addressed in my own company as standard operation instruction. I don't know if they mean the same thing. The standard operation instruction is actually the approved international standard through which I work in an automotive company where components of industrial cars are being manufactured and installed, like in Lamborghini, Bugatti, Ferrari, Range Rover, and the rest of them. So the sensors are being produced there and we install. So when it comes to quality management and control, we have a section that comes around to look at every return or item material that are going out. Most of the times when they go out and they return to us, it is passed across all operators to see actually what are the faults and the reservations and comments of the customers. And then it takes them 1 month to request that item back again. So we're always very careful because each item that is returned, the company pays about £12,000 to the company that has returned the consignment. Okay, so it's a very sensitive area and I'm quite much interested in that. A seminar was conducted in that area and I attended. I indicated my interest. So I'm happy coming here and then coming across the same topic. And then the way you try to establish it, I also have to look at the materials when it's ready. I would like to please have some to be instructed.
All right, thank you, Mr. Afamokereke. And this can, give you a leverage. If you take this, it's like this is very compact, but if you take it seriously, you can get yourself as a quality assurance manager in your company or quality control manager in your company. I'm telling you seriously. And automobile, they don't take quality quality control lightly, because it can, bring a lot of bad reputation to them. Looking at there is brake default in a Range Rover or Lamborghini, or like I told you about Tesla, they have to recall. You know what it means to recall all the vehicles globally.
Yeah.
So that is a lot. So, and in terms of standard, I use international standard, because I equally made a mention in Nigeria, we have what we call Standard Organization of Nigeria. So every country have their own, standard, their own local standard. But whichever standard you are using must conform to the international standard. Just like in data protection, we have global data protection. Every country have their own specific data protection, like GDPR. But whichever data protection you are using must conform to the international standard. It must not be below the international standard. And that's why so many companies, to make sure that most companies like now, say Foodtrak is a multinational, you don't go and start looking for Nigerian standard or UK standard, just go for the international standard. Means that every company or every country you are operating with that international standard, you are covered. So that's why we are using international standard here as a benchmark.
Okay.
So, and if you can master all this very well, very soon we are going to be have a specific boot camp on quality management or quality assurance, because it's a very serious career path. Companies don't take it, don't joke with when it comes to, because what can bring a company down is poor quality or defects. You don't know who is buying your product. And when there is a defect, for instance, let me give you a clear example. A young man just bought a Range Rover and crashed his whole family with the new Range Rover. And they find out that it's because there is a brake defect. Can you see that? That's a big issue for that company. No matter the amount of insurance, you're still going to face the law.
You're correct, very correct.
Yeah. So that is it. So we are going to the material is going to be ready by tomorrow. So for those who do not understand, just go through the material and let us know where you have more. For those who want to follow the path, good, I will assist you. But it's a topic I want everybody to understand very well. And we are going to end it here for tonight because of time. Sorry, AV, you, and we're not going to be capturing, I'm not going to capturing Ngozi E. We'll capture AV, Queen X, and we call it a night.
Okay, thank you so much, Uncle Charles, for the class.
Okay.
My question is, you mentioned quality assurance plan, and you also mentioned quality control plan. So what's actually the difference between these two terms?
It was clearly stated there. So where didn't you read it up? You aren't to see when I said I clearly have a specific session where I said the other one is product quality control is product focus, and quality assurance is process focused.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, right. The other one is used to a product. When we talk about a product, we talk about Range Rover, we talk about Facebook. All these are products.
Okay.
both software, both automobile, all of them are products. And when we talk about quality assurance, we talk about process. What are the process of producing a Range Rover?
Yes.
So make sure before, if you have a quality assurance, that is the process of producing a Range Rover, if you have a good quality process, then we are not going to have a defect in that product.
Okay, it makes sense now.
You know, but even if we have good quality, we need to test every product after production before customers can start buying.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
That is why even in food industries, all these Sainsbury, Tesco's, this and that, you see, you go there, you see sandwich, there is quality.
Yes.
People buy sandwich every morning. Some people can buy, if there is no quality control, people can buy sandwich and they have start having diarrhea. Some people can even die. And that is a serious matter. So this topic, companies, is very sensitive when you talk about quality.
Quality, yes.
Yeah. So
thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you. You know I'm a very good guy. So Angie, you can talk, but if you are raising your hand after Angie, I'm not calling you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Charles. You're a good teacher. Thank you. Please, Mr. Charles, my question is as regards, you know, we did risk management, and I was asking about fishbone in the chat. You didn't answer me, and luckily today you mentioned fishbone. So I want to know, is there any form of integration as you're monitoring, managing risk? Can you also put in this fishbone, integrate it in order for you to have a risk-free project?
You know, fishbone, let me tell you what fishbone is.
Yes, sir.
Fishbone is a tool, a technique in what we call root cause analysis. So it's mainly used by business analysts. We use it to drive down to find the root cause of a problem. When there is companies complaining they have a problem, or for instance, as we're talking about food tracker, customers are not happy. So we want to use fishbone diagram to find out, to drill down, to find out why our customers are not happy. So it's mainly business analysis technique. It's not like a risk management, you know, it's for problems, not risk. It's used to solve problems. When there is a problem has happened already, for instance, when a risk has become an issue, then we can use fishbone diagram to solve that problem because it's already a problem. But when it's a risk, I don't think the fishbone comes in there to help us to find out the root cause of problems.
Okay, sir. What I'm saying, like you mentioned of that red log. So, like when the customers are complaining now, is an issue now. So I was wondering, can we also integrate that fishbone in order to manage it?
That's what I've already said. That once it becomes a problem, which is an issue, you can apply. That's what I've just said.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. And we are stopping here for tonight. Sorry for taking your time, but it's for your own good to make sure that you are getting the best out of what we are doing. If you do not sleep even this night and become a quality assurance manager and start earning £500 a day, you know what it means now. You didn't sleep today to become quality assurance manager. Do you know what that means? So it means that in next 3 years, you are going to be sleeping smoothly. All right. Thank you. And see you tomorrow.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mr. Charles. Good night.
Thank you for
Good
the
night,
prayer.
sir. Please, can the class be available for